7 things to let go of after 70. As we enter our 70s, life brings with it a unique blend of freedom, wisdom, and new priorities. For many, these years are a time to savor meaningful moments and to embrace a gentler pace. However, finding peace and contentment in later years often requires letting go of burdens that no longer serve us. Here are 7 things to let go of after 70 to make room for greater joy, ease, and fulfillment. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Let go of the pressure to keep up with your younger self. As we journey into our 70s, there's a tendency to look back and compare our current selves to the energy, strength, and pace we had in our younger years. We might feel pressure, whether from society's image of successful aging, from friends and family, or even from our own memories, to keep up with that previous version of ourselves. However, letting go of the need to match that past vitality can be one of the most liberating shifts we make by accepting and even celebrating our present rhythm. We gain a deeper appreciation for who we are now, with all the wisdom and self-awareness that time has given us. Letting go of this pressure doesn't mean we stop moving forward. Rather, it's a reorientation of priorities in our younger years. Life often felt like a series of tasks, achievements, and goals, each milestone leading to the next. But in our 70s, we're in a new phase 1 that invites us to pause, reflect, and savor more than to conquer or achieve. This isn't a step backward, it's a different kind of growth, one that values being overdoing connection over competition and depth over speed. For many, this transition brings an opportunity to shift from a focus on doing to a focus on being. The pressure to keep up often leads us to pack our schedules with activities and responsibilities, even if they no longer resonate with our current selves. By letting go of this need, we create the space to ask ourselves what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. Now, in this chapter, it might be that an afternoon spent reading a favorite book, tending to a garden, or having a leisurely coffee with a friend brings more satisfaction than the busier activities we once sought. The richness of life isn't measured by how much we do, but by how deeply we experience what we choose to do. Moreover, by releasing the expectation to keep up, we're better able to focus on our health and well-being in ways that honor our bodies and minds as they are today. Instead of feeling pressured to maintain intense exercise routines or extensive travel, we can turn our attention to gentle nurturing practices, walking in nature, practicing light yoga, or engaging in creative hobbies. These pursuits not only OTE physical health, but also enrich our mental and emotional well-being. In honoring our present abilities, we treat ourselves with compassion and acceptance, which leads to a sense of inner peace and gratitude. This shift also brings a newfound sense of freedom. In our relationships in the past, we might have felt the need to be the one who organizes family gatherings, supports every friend in need, or participates in every event. But now we can step back and allow our loved ones to take the lead while we enjoy the simplicity of being present. This doesn't mean withdrawing. It means engaging in ways that align with our true selves, finding joy in each encounter without the need to prove or push ourselves. As we let go of the idea that we have to keep up, we create space for deeper, more meaningful connections rooted in authenticity and presence. In embracing this new rhythm, we may find a different kind of vitality, a calm, steady energy that flows from within. When we let go of the urge to keep pace with our younger selves. We invite ourselves to live more fully in the present, with less judgment and more acceptance. This mindset fosters a profound sense of contentment, allowing us to see the beauty in slowing down, to find joy and simplicity, and to savor each moment as it comes by releasing this pressure. We honor the journey we've traveled and the person we've become, recognizing that each phase of life has its own pace and its own grace. Embracing this pace allows us to experience our 70s with a heart that is open, a mind that is peaceful, and a spirit that is free. 2. Let go of unrealistic expectations for physical health. As we age, our bodies naturally go through changes that may challenge our previous perception of health and strength. In our younger years, we might have been able to push ourselves physically without a second thought, taking on strenuous activities, maintaining an active lifestyle, or recovering quickly from minor injuries. However, by the time we reach our 70s, our physical health often requires a gentler, more compassionate approach. Releasing unrealistic expectations about what our bodies should be able to do frees us to focus on what is truly possible and fulfilling. Now nurture in a new relationship with our health. Letting go of these expectations doesn't mean giving up on our well-being. Rather, it's about shifting our goals and redefining what health and fitness mean to us at this stage. For many, this can be a humbling, yet deeply empowering process. It calls us to honor our bodies as they are today, valuing their resilience and capabilities without holding them to the standards of the past. When we release these unrealistic comparisons, we're left with a profound sense of appreciation for the body that has carried us through life's journey, adapting and supporting us at every age. At this stage, physical health is often less about maintaining intense activity levels and more about preserving mobility balance and comfort. Activities like gentle stretching, yoga, walking, or swimming can be not only physically beneficial, but also mentally refreshing. They encourage us to move in ways that feel good and to engage our muscles and joints in gentle, mindful ways. These activities support both strength and flexibility, allowing us to stay active without overextending ourselves. And beyond the physical benefits, such activities offer a way to connect with ourselves on a deeper level, inviting us to appreciate what our bodies can do now. Without the pressure of comparison, embracing a compassionate approach to health also means listening to our body's signals, honoring them rather than ignoring them. Our bodies are constantly communicating with us, asking for rest, nourishment, or movement. By tuning in, we can respond more kindly to what our bodies need rather than forcing them to fit into expectations. They may no longer be suited for this. Acceptance brings a sense of balance and reduces frustration, fostering a feeling of ease within ourselves, an equally important aspect of physical health. At this stage is accepting and working with the limitations that may arise. While limitations can feel discouraging, they also offer an opportunity to explore new ways of living that emphasize adaptability and resilience. This might mean using support tools, taking more rest breaks, or simply adjusting our daily routines. Such adaptations are not signs of weakness, they're signs of wisdom. They reflect our ability to respond to our body's needs, to evolve with grace, and to keep engaging in life in a way that aligns with our present reality. Letting go of rigid expectations around health also relieves us of the mental and emotional burden that can come with self-criticism. When we stop comparing ourselves to an idealized version of health, or to how we were years ago, we begin to see ourselves with greater kindness. This shift allows us to focus on the aspects of health we can nurture, such as staying mentally sharp, emotionally balanced, and spiritually fulfilled. Physical health is just one piece of the puzzle. In prioritizing a well-rounded approach to wellness, brings harmony to our overall sense of well-being. In the end, letting go of unrealistic health expectations helps us cultivate gratitude for what our bodies have done and continue to do. Each day, it allows us to appreciate the little victories, a steady walk through the park, a gentle stretch that feels good, a meal enjoyed with loved ones. These small moments, when noticed and celebrated, can be just as fulfilling as any grand physical achievement. From our younger days, by shifting our focus from perfection to presence, we create a lasting sense of contentment and peace in embracing our current health and celebrating our body's journey. Wa. We honor the life we've lived and the strength that has taken to arrive here. Letting go of unrealistic expectations liberates us to experience a deeper, more authentic sense of wellness, one that values compassion over comparison, presence over perfection, and resilience over restriction. Through this gentle and accepting approach, we invite a new kind of vitality into our lives, one that radiates from within, grounded in self-acceptance and gratitude. 3. Let go of the urge to be responsible for everyone else for much of our lives. Many of us carry a deep sense of responsibility for those around us, whether it's raising children, supporting family, or helping friends in need. These roles define us and give us purpose, and we naturally become accustomed to taking on the burdens of those we care about. However, as we reach our 70s, continuing to feel responsible for everyone else can become an overwhelming weight. Letting go of this urge doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we give ourselves permission to live our own lives, more fully trusting that others are capable of managing their own paths. This process of releasing responsibility involves a shift in perspective. Instead of feeling that we need to solve everyone's problems, we begin to see ourselves as supporters, guides, and listeners rather than fixers. This allows us to engage with others without the stress of needing to have all the answers or make everything right. We still play an important role in the lives of those we love, but it becomes one of presence and encouragement, rather than taking on every worry or task as our own. Letting go of the urge to take on responsibility also allows others to grow and adapt. For many of us, there's a desire to protect our loved ones, especially children and grandchildren, from life's challenges. But sometimes stepping back can be the most loving thing we do, as it allows them to build resilience, develop problem-solving skills, and discover their own strengths. This doesn't mean we turn away when they need us. It simply means we allow them the space to navigate life with our support, rather than our intervention in releasing the need to be responsible for everyone. We also free ourselves to focus on our well-being and the experiences that bring us joy. We've spent decades prioritizing others. Now there's a chance to turn our energy toward things that nurture our own growth and happiness. This might mean spending time on a long-forgotten hobby, exploring new interests, or simply enjoying peaceful days filled with things that nourish our spirit. Prioritizing our happiness is not selfish. It's a gift we give ourselves, one that allows us to show up more fully for those we love. When we let go of this responsibility, our relationships often become more meaningful and less complicated, rather than feeling overwhelmed by others' problems or needs. We can listen with empathy, offer gentle guidance, and share our presence without feeling drained. These deeper, more balanced connections bring a sense of closeness that isn't built on expectations but on genuine affection and understanding. Letting go of the urge to be responsible for everyone else ultimately allows us to cultivate relationships that feel authentic, loving, and fulfilling. In choosing to relinquish this weight, we create a healthier balance, one where we feel connected, but not burdened, engaged, but not exhausted. We honor the go of the rest allows us to appreciate those special memories, even more free from the distractions of excess belongings. This process of releasing clutter can be gradual and gentle, respecting the emotions tied to certain items. There's no need to rush or pressure ourselves to part with everything all at once. Instead, taking small steps, perhaps starting with one room or even a single drawer, allows us to approach decluttering with care. This way, we feel in control and connected to the process, keeping what truly resonates, and gently parting with what no longer does. For some, sharing belongings with loved ones or donating them to those in need can bring a sense of joy and purpose. Passing down a family heirloom, gifting a friend a cherished book, or donating clothing and household items allows us to let go in a way that feels positive and purposeful. It becomes a way of giving back, ensuring that the items we no longer need find new life in the hands of others who will appreciate them. By simplifying our surroundings, we create a home that reflects who we are today, a place of comfort, tranquility, and ease. Letting go of unnecessary possessions ultimately helps us cultivate an environment that supports our current lifestyle, one that fosters peace and gratitude rather than stress. In this newfound simplicity, we find that life feels lighter, our minds are clearer, and our hearts are more open to the moments that truly matter. In releasing material clutter, we embrace a deeper connection to the intangible riches of life, our relationships, our memories, and the daily joys that fill our lives with meaning. This process allows us to focus on the beauty of the present, finding fulfillment, not in things, but in experiences and connections. By letting go of what we no longer need, we create space for what truly nourishes us, making our homes and our hearts places of peace. 5. Let go of past hurts and regrets. By the time we reach our 70s, our lives are filled with countless memories, some cherished, others painful. While it's natural to carry certain experiences with us, holding on to past hurts, regrets, or unresolved emotions can weigh us down and cloud the peace and joy we seek in our present. Letting go of these emotional burdens isn't about dismissing or forgetting. It's about finding a way to move forward with a lighter heart, free from the shadows of old wounds and regrets. One of the first steps in releasing these past hurts is acknowledging them. We often suppress painful memories, hoping they will fade, but unprocessed emotions tend to linger subtly, influencing our mood, relationships, and outlook on life. Taking the time to reflect, whether through journaling, speaking with a loved one, or even talking to a counselor, allows us to confront and understand these experiences. By bringing them into the open, we can process and release them in a way that frees us to live more fully in the present. Forgiveness, both for ourselves and for others, plays a powerful role. in this process. Forgiving someone who may have caused us pain doesn't mean excusing or forgetting. It simply means choosing not to let that pain define our present. Likewise, forgiving ourselves for choices we regret or paths we didn't take is an act of kindness that can transform how we feel about our lives. Self-forgiveness is often the hardest but most liberating step, allowing us to see our past choices with compassion and understanding. In letting go of regrets, we also open ourselves to the understanding that life unfolds in ways we can't always control. Often the things we regret come from a place of wishing we had known than what we know now. But life is a journey of learning, and each experience, no matter how painful, has shaped who we are today. By recognizing that we did the best we could with the knowledge we had at the time, we release the need to constantly question our choices. This acceptance brings a sense of inner peace and allows us to be kinder to ourselves. Embracing the present with gratitude and forgiveness allows us to fill our hearts with lighter emotions. Instead of carrying the weight of the past, we can focus on the beauty of each day. The people we love, in the small meaningful moments that bring us joy. Letting go of past hurts and regrets makes room for peace and fulfillment, enabling us to live with a heart that is open, resilient, and free. 6. Let go of fear about the future in our 70s. The future can sometimes feel uncertain, and concerns about health, finances, or the well-being of loved ones may loom larger. Fear of the unknown is natural, but holding on to that fear can prevent us from fully enjoying the present. Letting go of this fear doesn't mean ignoring practical preparations. It means choosing not to let worry consume our thoughts and limit our joy in the here and now. One way to release fear is to focus on what we can control rather than on the what-ifs that are beyond our reach. Making practical plans, whether it's organizing finances, setting up healthcare preferences, or discussing future wishes with family, can bring a sense of security. When we've addressed these practicalities, we're better able to trust that the future will unfold as it should, allowing us to focus on the beauty and richness of today. Another powerful way to overcome fear is by practicing gratitude when we turn our attention to the blessings of each day. The warmth of the sun, a meaningful conversation, the laughter of loved ones. We begin to realize that joy is found in the present moment. Gratitude shifts our mindset from one of worry to one of appreciation, reminding us that life is filled with moments worth cherishing no matter what the future may hold. Mindfulness practices such as deep breathing, meditation, or even spending time in nature can help us stay anchored in the present when fear arises. Taking a few moments to breathe deeply and connect with our surroundings can help us feel grounded and at peace. These practices remind us that while we can't control everything, we can choose to approach life with a calm and open heart, ready to embrace whatever comes our way. Letting go of fear about the future invites us to live with courage and trust, allowing each day to be a gift rather than a source of worry. By releasing these anxieties, we open ourselves to the peace and fulfillment that comes from living fully in the present, grounded in gratitude and a quiet confidence that we are capable of navigating whatever lies ahead. 7. Let go of expectations around how others see us as we age. It's natural to reflect on how others perceive us, particularly those closest to us, our children, grandchild, friends, and community. We might wonder if they still see us as strong, capable, or influential, or we may feel a need to prove our relevance. However, holding on to these expectations can create unnecessary stress and prevent us from enjoying authentic, fulfilling relationships. Letting go of how we think others should see us allows us to embrace our own worth, independent of external validation. One of the key shifts in this process is recognizing that our value doesn't depend on others' opinions. Our experiences, insights, and wisdom hold immense worth. Whether or not they are acknowledged by others, by embracing this internal value, we cultivate a self-worth that isn't tied to how others perceive us. This frees us from the need for constant validation, allowing us to approach relationships with authenticity, openness, and confidence. This also means releasing the desire to control how others respond to us. For example, we might hope that children or grandchildren will seek our advice more frequently or prioritize time with us. While these wishes are natural, allowing ourselves to accept each relationship as it is can foster a greater sense of peace. When we let go of expectations, we give our loved ones the freedom to connect with us on their own terms, and we in turn find joy in the moments they choose to share. Instead of focusing on how we are perceived, we can shift our energy toward being fully present in our interactions, listening deeply, sharing stories, and offering genuine warmth. Create meaning to meaningful connections that aren't based on image or expectation. These connections are richer and more rewarding because they are based on mutual respect and understanding rather than on preconceived roles or obligations. Letting go of expectations about how others see us also encourages us to live in alignment with our own values and passions. We're no longer bound by the need to appear a certain way or to meet other standards, which allows us to focus on what truly brings us joy. This might mean pursuing hobbies, volunteering, learning something new, or simply spending time in ways that feel fulfilling. Living authentically empowers us to embrace the person we are today, independent of others' perceptions. Ultimately, releasing expectations around how others see us brings a profound sense of freedom and contentment. It allows us to experience our relationships more fully with less pressure and more joy. By valuing ourselves from within, we create a life that is grounded, peaceful, and rich in meaning, rooted in the things that truly matter, and free from the need for external approval, embracing the present with freedom and joy in letting go of these 7 burdens. Pressure from the past, unrealistic expectations for health, the urge to take responsibility for others' unnecessary possessions, past hurts, fear of the future, and the need for external validation. We open ourselves to a life filled with peace, gratitude, and fulfillment. Each act of release creates room for presence, simplicity, and the beauty of being fully alive in the moment. By embracing this chapter with a spirit of openness and self-compassion, we discover that life at any age can be abundant, with joy, wisdom, and lasting contentment. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms. Life.